Ladies and gentlemen, judges and fellow contestants, my name is Nathan de Bustos, and I firmly believe that gender equality is fundamental for every aspect of sustainable development. It is only when all people are valued as equals that we can really achieve a brighter future. This quote from former UN Youth Ambassador Orla Murphy could not be more true. In today's bustling world, we still have a plethora of challenges to overcome with regards to gender equality. We must tackle these issues, and only then can we look forward to a brighter tomorrow. Only then can we truly prosper, and only then can we, as people, sustain fruitful development and cultivate a world in which every individual can enjoy longevity, be empowered by knowledge, and have the command over the resources needed to live a full and vital life. I think that a crucial key to this goal is a quality education for boys and girls across the globe. As it stands now, 19% of all girls are out of school. In fact, 20% of teenage girls in Western Asia are excluded from second-level education altogether, compared to just 13% of their male counterparts. An even more eye-opening figure: 2/3 of the world's 758 million illiterate adults are women. Until drastic issues like these are addressed, a brighter future of sustainable development could seem unreachable. How can we continue to allow this problem to grow, to spread like a disease, when to solve it would reap invaluable benefits? Research done by UNESCO and UNICEF has shown as clear as day that equity in education and equal opportunities for girls to succeed academically is undoubtedly linked to increased economic productivity, reduced poverty, and strengthened democracy. These are critical benefits that coincide with a number of the UN's 17 goals for sustainable development, the first and most salient of which is no poverty. Imagine a future in which men and women's employment rates were equal, in which all women could cultivate their skills and build careers, in which all young girls could wake up every day and arrive safely in school every day without a second thought. Before this future becomes our present, many barriers will need to be broken down. Gender stereotyping, child marriage and pregnancy, poverty, inadequate infrastructure and sanitation. These are all barriers that contribute to a lack of quality learning environments for girls. We need to act now, and we need to act fast. But what can we do? It can certainly seem daunting, as we have a large task at hand. Perhaps the most challenging will be to change the attitudes of those who live in countries where it is the societal norm to send the boys to school before the girls. In countries such as Somalia, Yemen and Mali, the countries with the largest numbers of girls without an education, gender stereotyping locks away the prospect of an education, of a life outside the home, of a career. It goes without saying then that this needs to change. Secondly, young marriages and pregnancies must be tackled head on. It has been shown that over 60% of women aged 20 to 24 with no education were married before the age of 18. On top of that, girls with no education are 3 times more likely to marry by age 18 as those with a second-level education. And while it is unclear to us whether child marriage causes school dropout or vice versa, it is evident that child marriage often means the end of a girl's formal education. So what must governments do about this problem? Well, a good start would be to invest resources to prevent child marriage, such as better healthcare on a wider scale, and laws against it. but also to support married girls by providing them with better rights against domestic violence. In terms of strategies, ensuring girls can safely access a quality education without panic, without punishment, without persecution. This will undoubtedly keep more girls in the classroom. Thirdly, infrastructure in certain areas must be dramatically improved before we can ensure a future of sustainable development. With regards to gender equality in education, reliable infrastructure such as safe roads, stable school buildings, and adequate sanitation are of paramount importance. To improve services and infrastructure would be a big helping hand in this situation. If these things are done, the results would appear like a shining light at the end of a very, very dark tunnel. One country that has made a rewarding effort towards gender equality and sustainable development is Uganda. Now, Uganda is a country in which 40% of girls are married before age 18. 4 in 5 Ugandan girls do not attend high school, and as a result of this, almost half of all female youth in Uganda is illiterate. Uganda still has a lot of work to do. However, recently they have brought in new policies that improve access to schools, leading to enrolment rates soaring. More girls than ever are now completing school at all levels. Much of this success is due to a policy that implemented free primary level education in 1997. Lila Nasanga, a young woman from Kaboa Rubaga in Uganda, is just one example of the excellence that can be achieved by challenging traditional gender roles and receiving a quality education. Lila recalls the negative attitudes she faced growing up as a girl who aspired to be a civil engineer. Now she studies at Ndeje University and has completed her higher diploma in civil engineering. She is a volunteer youth worker at Girls' Education Movement and a U reporter for UNICEF's social platform that amplifies the voices of young people in developing countries. The differences that we can make together can and will be invaluable, not just for the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, but for all women, black or white, young or old, that face injustice in today's world. A world in which every girl can attend school safely every day and reach excellence through her education. This will allow our world to flourish, to prosper, and to sustainably develop. It is only when all people are valued as equals that we can really achieve a brighter future. Let's make it happen then, and let's start with the 4-year-olds. Thank you very much.